say now are we working on HTML or CSS or JavaScript? All the three we are working. First we have started with HTML, then we have added CSS, then now we are adding JavaScript. All the three we are. HTML is for creation, CSS is for beautification, JavaScript is for logic building. And JavaScript can do all, like creation and beautification. So right now what we are doing, and I'm just typing like this, I'm giving 40. And I'm clicking on submit. Sachin Tendulkar from select, change it to Maharashtra. Sachin Tendulkar from Maharashtra got the 390 out of 600 with the 65%, which is fine. Now I wanted to improvise this form with a few more things. What are those improvisations? Now let us see gender here. Let us see gender. Now gender, normally we can type male or we can type female. But if I give you as this input type text, user can type anything. Now he will type Manjuna Is this the right value? No. I don't want it to allow wrong value at all. Now if you type male, good. Female, good. But if you type something else which is wrong, I don't want it to allow that. I don't want it to allow that. So for that, instead of using inputs like this, we will be going to use input only. And we are going to use type radio. Type radio, we are going to work on. So we are going to work on radio. Radio means we can select any one. Now let us see here HTML forms. Now HTML forms. Here I am selecting. I'm just seeing that radio buttons. Now see radio buttons. If you see, will be showing you something like this. Are you able to see it? Now we have three options. Any one can be selected. Now see either this or this. Now here three options are there. Now I am going to create two options. Male, female, any one can be selected. The same way for gender also, only two options. Marital status, two options. Male, single, married. I wanted to give only two options. So he cannot select any other value. Got your point? So that I wanted to do, and I wanted to do that. How do I use radio buttons? It is simple. It's the same input. It is the same input, but you just specify the type as a radio. Type is the property which is very important, and name is another property which is very important. Now let us try this. Now what I will do, I have used this 10th mark sheet. I'm just going for gender. I'm coming to the gender. Now here type text is there. That means user can type it, but it's not text. I wanted to select radio. Now see what happens on radio button. Sure. Now see it will be changed to single radio button. Compiling it. Compiling means JSXML to JavaScript, JavaScript to HTML. That process is going on. Now, are you able to see? This is actually radio button. Now, how many I want? Two I want. One for male and another for female. Now I have given two. It shows two actually. Both are showing. Now, which is male, which is female? We have to give clarity. So for that, I'll use labels. So what I'll do, I can do like this. First radio button, then a label I can give, or first label, then radio button. Which is better? This one is better. So first radio button, then I'll create a label. I'll give a label male. I'll just remove this HTML from now. This idea also. The same way, I want one more. Here also, I've created these two. Now, if I click on this, one is for male, and there is for female. Male and female. Now, data buttons are called single select. What? Single select. Any one will be allowed to select, but right now it is selecting both. I don't want that to happen. So what I will do, we have a prop here called name. I'll give name equal to gender. The same name I will use for this also. If I use the same name for multiple radio buttons, any one will be selected out of. Any one will be selected. See, it's like one ticket for family. The family has 6 people, only one will be used. Exactly the same thing. Now these two inputs belongs to the same name, so only one will be selected. If 3 belongs to the same name, still only one will be selected. So 5 belongs to the same name, only one will be selected. Now see, either this or this. If I select this, this is deselected. If I select this, because both belongs to the same name. Now, what I want, not this. If I click on this female label, I want it to select this. If I click on this male label, I want it to select this. How do I do that? HTML for, we have already used it. Now what I will do, For this, I'll give ID mail radio button, and the same I'll be using it here. HTML for equal to mail radio button. The same way for this, I am giving ID email radio button. And here I'll give HTML for HTML for equal to email. Now observe. Now if I click on this label also, it is selected. Earlier it was not. Got your point? Clear? Now, why so much space between these things are because we have given label 100. So that's why it is giving the spacing. Now see here. Click on the CSS. I can see for the label C. For the label we have given with 100 pixels. Sir, that's why for this also it is taking 100. For this also it is taking 100 pixels. For this also it is taking 100 pixels. I don't want it to take 100 pixels for this and this. So what I will do, I am going to create one more class. Is a radio button label. Radio button label. Now we have a concept called checkbox also. For that also can be used. I'll say RBCB. RB means radio button. CB means checkbox label. And here with what I will do, instead of 100 or 200, I'll give auto. What? Auto. Auto means adjusting according to the content. Got a point? Or I can give inline also, display inline also. Anything is perfect. Now I'll apply these RBCB label to these things, classes. So here, this one, I'll say class name is equal to radio button checkbox label. The same thing I'll be giving it here also. Here also class label, radio button checkbox label. Now, if you see here, you'll understand. Now, see, both are side by side. According to the content, it is adjusting. Okay, now we have done this. Now we wanted to do something similar for marital status also. Right? Single, married. Now here, gender, he cannot select anything beyond male or female. We are restricting it. Yeah, restricting it. Now the same thing we will be doing it for marital status also. Marital status. For this also, I am giving type radio. How many radio buttons we want? 2 radio buttons we want. So I am creating one. And I am creating another 2 radio buttons. Now 2 radio buttons should be seen in here. Now 2 radio buttons. Then I want labels for this also. After that I am giving label. Single. Then now it shows single and married. Now both are selecting. Why both are selecting? We have to give name to it. Now observe here what happens. For these inputs, I'll give name is equal to gender. We have given their gender, right? Here also I am giving gender purposefully. Now see what happens. Now how many gender? 4. Now see what happens. Any one will see either this or this or this or because these 4 belongs to the same name. Any one will be selected. But do I want that? No. Out of these 2 I want select one. Out of these 2 I want select. So I will be giving different names to it. Instead of a gender here, I will give MS. MS means marital status. For both, I am giving the same name. Out of these 2, only one will be selected. Now see, either this or this. But what I want on click of this, it should be selected. Is it selecting right now? If I click on this label, this should be selected. How do I do that? HTML4. HTML4 I will be using it. Now what I will do for this input, I am giving the ID single here HTML4 equal to single, and for this I am giving the ID married, and here I am giving HTML4 equal to only HTML for in JSX. In HTML it is for only. Here if you use for it may look for loop. There is a concept called for loop. It may go for that. That's why they have changed the name. Now here also, if you select this, selecting. Got it? But why this space is coming here? We have to apply that class, so it will take accordingly. Say class name is equal to RBCB name. Here also class name is equal to RBCB name. Now let us try this. Now that spacing is also gone. Now it is taking according to its width. Auto. Any one will be selected these 2 in these 2. Any one will be selected in. A bit improvised. Now now user cannot give whatever the value he wants. Now user marital status he may type alone. He may type bachelor. He may type single ready to mingle. But these are the things which we don't want it. We want it to choose any one, either single or married, which gives clarity. That's why we are restricting the user by giving these options. Any one can be selected. Understanding? Now I wanted to add one more. That is languages known. What? Languages known. Like English or Hindi or Telugu or Marathi, whatever. Right. Now let us try to add one more field called languages known. Now what I will do after this, I am creating one more. And here I am saying languages. Now I wanted to show around 4 languages. What are those languages I want? I wanted to show English. I wanted to show Hindi. For example, Telugu or Marathi. For example, I wanted to show all these options. Now, what I will do, languages from text area is showing. I don't want it to show text area. Now I have to allow single select or multi-select. Multi-select, because normally most of us knows English. Most of us knows Telugu. Most of us know Hindi also. Probably Marathi. Ankit Mishra may know. No Marathi? Which language you know? Hindi. Where are you from? Uttar Pradesh, Yogi. Then Marathi. Probably we select 3. Now multi-select. I have to use it. If it is a gender, single select only. What is your gender? Anyone, either male or female. But language is not multiple. If we have a famous prime minister called P.V. Narasimha Rao, he knows 14 languages. Languages known 14. He has written books in 4 languages. See the grip. If you wanted to write book, you should be confident in that language. He has written books in 4 languages. So now I wanted to use multi-select here. So what I will do, for multi-select we have to use something called CheckBox. Type CheckBox. Now here instead of this I will use input and I'll say type now a small square button will be shown. Small square is showing. How many I wanted to show now? 4. So I am using 4. 1, 2, 3. Now it shows 4 checkboxes. It is shown. But we don't know which is for English, which is for Hindi, which is for Telugu or Marathi. Now I wanted to add labels also. So after input, I wanted to add a label. Label. I'll say English. Then Telugu or Hindi. Then Telugu and Marathi. Now if I come here and see, okay, English, which is coming, and remaining it is generating. English, Hindi, Telugu and Marathi. But why it is showing so much gap between these items? Label 100 we have given it, element selector. Now how do I reduce it? We have created the class. RB means radio button, CB means checkbox. For this purpose also we have created. So here for these labels I will give class name. RB, CB, label. Now I am copying this and pasting it. And here, now see what happens. The space will be automatically reduced because we have given width auto. That means according to its content. Now I have this, but if I click on this, it is not selecting. Why? HTML for we have to use it. Now what I will do, I am just giving the IDs to it. The ID equal to English language. Then here Hindi language. Then here Telugu language. Why I am giving lang means because I don't want it to conflict with marks. They're using English, Telugu, Hindi marks also, right? I don't want it. And then I have to give these labels HTML. HTML for is equal to English. Likewise, I'll be giving it for this. The language, and I'm giving it for this. Telugu language. I'm giving it for this. Marathi language. Now, if I select labels, select. Understanding? Now tell me, Sai Prakash, which languages do you know? Do you know English, Hindi, Telugu, Marathi? Yes or no? Mala Marathi et nahi. That means what? I don't know Marathi in Marathi. Okay. We have created it. Now our form is a bit improvised. Now instead of gender, he can give anything. We are restricting it. Yeah, restricting it. Math status also we are restricting it. And this language is known. We are giving multi-select. Got my point? Our font, our components are improvised a bit further. Form is improvised bit further. Got it? Now I wanted to improvise a bit more further also. What? Name should start with yes, we'll also improve, work on that. That little complicated. We'll be working on that also. Now what he's saying is now Sachin is famous for his hundreds. Now I'll type 100. Or Tendulkar 10. This is 10. Dulkar. Is this right? No. We don't want it to allow numbers in the first name or last name. Yes, can be done. We'll be dealing that also. Step by step we'll be going. For now, let us do it. For now. First name, Sachin. He's working on that also. Now, what I wanted to improvise, now I have given marks. If I click on submit, I am getting it. I'm selecting Maharashtra. I am getting it. Now, what I wanted to do, I wanted to improvise a bit more further. What is that? What is that? Now, I am entering the values. I'm entering the values. While entering, is it showing any result? No. On click of the submit button only, it is showing the result. Yes or no? No, I don't want like that. While entering itself, I want. On change, perfect. Yesterday we have worked on on change. On change, we can detect. Now, what I wanted to do, for example, if I enter 90, I wanted to show the result of English, pass or fail. Where do I want it to show? Where can I show? I wanted to create a small, what do you say, H1 or paragraph, anything I can create here. We can create headings, or we can create paragraph, we can create label, and we have something called span is also there. What? Span. If I create a heading, that is block, it will display next line. Paragraph is also blocked next line. Span is something that is displayed in line, shows in the same line. So I wanted to create a span here. I wanted to create span here. Now, after the label, what I will do now, see, after the input. Now, let me show you, you'll be understanding it. After the English, input is there. After the input, I am creating a paragraph. Let us see what happens. this paragraph. This paragraph I have created it. Now see what happens. Are you able to see it showing here? Why it is showing in the next line? Paragraph is blocked, display value blocked. Even if I use headings also display value blocked. But still I can do it. I can make that paragraph to display inline block or inline. I can use it. There is nothing wrong with it. Or there is something called span. What? Span, which I am going to use. It's a span. Span I am giving here. Span also will come automatically in here. And now see what happens. It will be showing side by side. Showing side by side. So now what I wanted to do, I wanted to show either pass or fail. I'll say pass. I'm showing. Now pass is showing. Now what I wanted to do, if the marks are greater than 35 or equal to 35, I wanted to show pass. Otherwise I wanted to show fail. So I have to create how many spans I have to create now? Each subject I have to create one. So 6 spans I have to create it. Okay. For now I am just copying it. After each language input I am creating one. I have created 6 spans. Now I can see pass. Here also I should see pass. Understanding, I have created these spans. And when I wanted to show pass, greater than or equal to 35. When I wanted to show fail, less than or equal to 35 is less than 35 fail. But if user didn't enter anything, I don't want it to show anything. If user enters marks, then only I wanted to show either pass or fail. If user didn't enter anything, I don't want it to show anything. So then initially it should be pass or fail or empty. Empty it should be. So now what I will do, I am just remove this pass. It will be showing empty. Span will be there, but no content in it. Now if I have removed it, now if I see here, you don't see anything, that means nothing is there. Nothing is there, something is there. Something is there. What is that something? Span is there, but no content in it, that's why nothing is showing. Now what I wanted to do, whenever the user enters the marks, I wanted to check that result and I want to assign to it. Now we have worked on click, we have worked on change also. Now let us come to English first. Let us come to English. Now for this on change, user is changing in English. That's what it is showing already. Now if I right click, say inspect. Whenever we try to type something, that code is executing. See, whenever I try to type something, code is executed. Are you able to see it? Now what I wanted to do, I wanted to show password fake. Now what I will do, this is the span, right, for English. So I'll be creating a ref so I can control it. Yes or no? So this span is like a dog. To control the dog, I need to create a neck belt. Then I have to apply it. So I can control it. Exactly the same thing. Now what I will do, I will create a ref. Let English result. English and result equal to view. Understanding? Now I have created the span. I have created the ref. Next, what I have to do? Assign this ref to that span. So English span, I'll just do like this. English result and this is for English object showing for result and that is actually span and that is reference. So English result span ref, I am copying it and I am assigning it to English. Here we have the span. I'll say ref is equal to English result span ref. Now I can control it. Now what I will do, I'll just say English result span ref dot current dot value or inner HTML. Inner HTML, that is a non-interactive inner HTML. Inner HTML. I'll try something. Let me check whether it is working or not first. Whenever I try to type something, blah 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 should be shown there. Now I am coming here. I am typing 8. Showing or not? Showing. So now I don't want it to show blah blah blah. I want it to show the result. Now we have already worked on it. So here what I will do. Anyway, we can get the value of this English input, right? We can convert that into number and we can use it. So what I will do here, I am creating let English marks is equal to English input ref dot current dot value. That will be coming in string. I am just converting that into number and storing that into a variable called English marks. Then here what I will do, I'll say English marks greater than or equal to 35 question mark. It says pass. Else understanding? So this is ternary operator which we have worked earlier also. That we are assigning it to that span. Now let us see. Now here I am coming here, I am typing 9. What it says? Fail. 90 pass. It is so instant that if I wanted to enter 90 for the first letter itself, it is showing pass. Okay. Now instead of 90, I'll give 32. What it shows? Our form is improvising a bit better. No need to wait till you get submit button. No need to wait till you get click on the submit button. Got a point? Now let us try this for remaining subjects also. Now what I will do? Now I can create like this also, but the recommended way is I will be creating a pass marks, pass string, fail string. I can use it. Feasibility increases flexibility. So what I will do here, I'll be creating variables. What are the variables? Let pass marks equal to 35. Let pass string is equal to pass. Let failed string equal to fail. Understanding what I'm saying? Now I can use it here, or I'll just filter the starting. It will be pass marks, pass string, fail string. Now in our English, wherever we are calculating the result, here instead of 35, what I have to use? Pass marks. Because I have to write 35 for 6 subjects 6 times. Instead of that, I am giving the variable name. So if I change it there, everywhere it can be affected. So here instead of pass, I'll give pass string. Instead of fail, here I'll give fail string. Understanding what I'm doing? This we have implemented in tables. The same thing we are implementing. Now English is perfect. Now we wanted to do for Telugu. So for this we have to create a ref. We have to apply it and we have to write on change for this. All these things we have to do it. So now what I am doing here, English result span ref. Likewise, I'll create let Telugu result span ref equal to. Likewise, we have to do it for other subjects also anyway. I'll be creating it. Hindi, science, social, English, Telugu, Hindi, science, social. I've created all the refs here. Then what I will do, I will apply those refs now. I will assign these refs to those things. For Telugu, first of all, for Telugu ref, I am giving ref is equal to Telugu result and ref. Okay, we have created a ref and assigned to it, so we can control it. Now on input, I wanted to implement on change for this. So I am typing on change is equal to brackets. That means JavaScript expression. That means writing the JavaScript inside JSXML. Then arrow function inside this. Now I wanted to write logic. What is the logic? First thing, I wanted to get the marks and store it into a variable. Let Telugu marks is equal to Telugu input ref dot current dot value. That will be getting it in string. I wanted to convert that into number. So number, I'm converting it. Now we got the number what we want. Now I wanted to compare with this 35 and say pass or fail and assign it to ref. So I'll say Telugu span result ref dot current dot inner HTML. inner HTML equal to, I'll say Telugu marks greater than or equal to 35 or pass marks. Why not 35? We have created the variable. If I use 35, it works, but I have to change it at later point of time if I use it. If there is anything. I'll say pass marks, which is 35, greater than or equal to, okay, greater than or equal to 35 is pass marks. And if this is satisfied, I'll say pass string. Else, fail. Now for Telugu also we have done it. Now let us see. Some error is there. Line number 156, 84. Pass string. It should be correct on, line number 156. All in 156, nothing. Compilation issue. Now we have corrected it. Now if I type 77, it is showing pass. 21, it is showing false. 5 is showing false. What we wanted to be. Pass string, fail string. We have given correct only now. Pass string. Telugu marks greater than or equal to pass marks. Then pass string. It should pass or fail, not true or false. Not it's not fully compiled. That's why it is happening. So for English we have done, Telugu we have done. We have to do it for Hindi, science, social, maths. So now what I'll do, we have something called copy paste. Remember? So I'll just do that. I'll just copy and I will do it for Hindi also. I'll do it for Hindi. For Hindi, I'll say Hindi marks here Hindi input. Hindi input. And here Hindi results. Hindi results. And here also ref is equal to Hindi result. And Telugu to Hindi have changed it. Now it should work. That will. Now it should work for Hindi also. I'll say 10. Not rendered fully yet. Not created the form. Now I'll say 10 fail, 100 for Hindi also, it is perfectly fine. Now I wanted to do it for science, social, math. So now I will be copying this. copying this and pasting it. And here also I am copying it, pasting it. And for maths also I am copying it and pasting it. Copy pasted it. Now I am going to change the values. We have done up to Hindi, then science, social, maths we have to do it. Now let us come to science. Science, I'll say science marks, science input ref, science result ref, science marks, and here science results bar. Likewise, social. Social marks, social input ref, social results bar, social marks. You may think copy paste, but how much to copy, where to paste, what to change, that is also matters. Sir, no. Copy paste just saves typing time only. That's it. So Hindi, maths now, maths marks, maths input ref, maths filter, maths marks, maths result, maths result, and now I come here. Now it should work for all subjects if everything is fine. Now I'll just refresh it once. 10 fail, 20 fail, 30. Something is wrong here. I am just giving in Hindi. Social is changing. Okay. Then let us see. 40. Okay. 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 Hindi social. Now let us check. If I type in Hindi, social is changing. Hindi results from science results from here. For social, it is Hindi is mentioned here. It should be. So with Hindi, two references are there. So the last one it is taken. Now let me refresh it again. And what I'll do, I'll say, okay, 90, 80, 67, 54, 33, 30. Pass or fail, which is showing like instant result. No need to have actually. Now if you click on submit button, for total and percentage only. Result, subject wise result, we are getting it. Got a point? But one improvisation I wanted to do it. Now if I refresh it, now see here, all are starting at the same place. All the inputs. But if I give 90 here, it's moving here. The alignment has changed. But for example, if I give 20 here, the alignment has changed. It is starting here, it is starting here, it is starting here. I don't want that happen. Why it is happening like that? What is the width of span? According to content. According to content. So now, if I don't type anything, no content is there, the width is small. If pass marks are there, width is a bit bigger. If fail marks are there, width is little less. So three different sizes of span is there. Now I don't want it. If I give fixed width, whether the user has entered it or not entered it, the position will be fixed. Now I will show you, you'll understand it. Now what I am coming here, I am coming to span here. I say span background color. I'll give this color. Now see what happens actually. Now you don't see any of the color to span because there no content in it, no width at all. But if I assign 90 is the width of it. If I give 20 is the width of it. This fail is little smaller than this pass. Because of different sizes in width, that gap is coming, which I don't want it. So what I will do, I will give fixed width to it. I'll give width 75 pixels. I will fixed for all. Whether content is there or not there, pass is there, fail is there, 75. Now let us try 75 is sufficient or not. Now let us see. 90, 20, okay. 20, not sufficient. Now I should see that now I'm applying width, it is not taking it because the display value is inline. So I have to change it to display line block. Almost every time I will say this will not throw error. PR itself confusing. Now I have given 100 pixels. Now it should show display block, display inline block I have given it. So it should show here. Now see, these things are not changing. I have uploaded. It is pass or fail. It is not moving or dancing because I have given 100. Actually, 100 is also not required. Probably 75 is sufficient. 75 is sufficient. Now I don't need this background. Now let us see. Now things won't dance, won't adjust because I have given fixed. 90. No, it is not changed. Whether not entered or entered with pass or fail, it is not changed. This is another improvisation which we have done. So we have done multiple improvisations today. One is marital status and gender. We don't allow user to check not more than male or female or single or married. That is one thing. And another thing is on change we have given pass or fail instant result. And I wanted to improvise a bit more. For example, when user is entering on this, I wanted to show a small instructional text saying please enter values between 0 to 100. When user is entering, I wanted to show. When user comes out of it, I don't want it. Got a point? Now, let me try it first. I am coming here. I am coming to English. I am coming to English. I wanted to show it after the input. So, I am creating a paragraph because below input I wanted to show. I'll say please enter marks between 0 to 100. This is what I have given it 0 to 100. Now, if I have given like this, which is showing like this, but this is too heavy. I wanted to make it small and I wanted to show only here. I wanted to show only here. Now I wanted to make it smaller. So what I will do, I just give a data class instructional text. I'm giving a class called instructional text. I'll give font size 1 REM. That means almost 16 pixels text. And I'm applying that style to this main instructional text. I am giving it. Now see what happens. Still it is showing like this. Now I can reduce the font size to 0.5 REM, half of it. Now see, it is looking smaller. And what I wanted to do, I wanted to show below the input, but it's showing a bit left side actually. I wanted to show below the input. Now I wanted to move this a bit right side. Let me try to give some background color. We can guess what actually needs to be done. It is displaying like this. I wanted to show below the div, that input below the input. How do I do that? If you give separate div, yes, can be done. Then input also will come into the next line because div block, right? Yes, can be done. Multiple ways can be done. Now that is one way. Yes, sir. Another way is you just give padding. That is another way. Now, anyway, see, so many ways can be done. There is nothing like, see, what is 8 plus 1? 9. 5 plus 4? Which is right? Exactly. Now, we can do it in multiple ways. Now, what I will do, I can put it in div and I'll make the div inline. So, these two will be shown side by side. These two will be shown below the other. That is one way. Or I can give padding also. Now, what I will do for this instructional text, I'll give padding left around 100 pixels. I'm giving it. Now it will show a bit right side. Yes or no? Which is coming. Now I want it to move a bit up. So I'll give margin 0 pixels. I'm giving it. So no margin I wanted to give. Then what I will do, I'll just remove this. But why this space is coming? Now I wanted to do this for each and everything again. So what I will do, I am creating this instructional text It's up. Now, if I see here, I should see instructional text is display. For maths also, I think I have given. Now, why so much spacing is coming here? Probably we have to adjust margins or adding some paragraph background we have given. Now, let us see if paragraph is coming. Now, we have given background color here. Paragraph is this much only. Why this extra space? But anyway, still it is looking good. Otherwise, we have to give background colors to everything. Let us see which one it is taking that we have. Okay, let us see. Now I have given this instructional text. Okay. Now I am giving 90. This is coming down. This is coming down. We don't have enough space for this. Now let us see. We have to take probably what we will do. Let us see with English. So this span we will move after input only span will be there actually. Now, this is fine now. Now I have to move this back. See, input is inline, span is inline, paragraph is block. Now between two inlines we have given block. That's why it is taking it into three lines. So more space is taking. Now input, as I said, input and span we have given side by side, inline, and this is coming here. Now let me try it. I am just moving all the spans after input. Understanding? Inline block inline is that. That's why it is taking three lines. Inline block means two lines only. Everything is trial and error only. Now we have done this. Now we should see some difference. Now 91, 92, 76, 44. Perfectly fine. but this should show a bit backwards. So padding, let me try to remove that padding now. Probably a bit has to move. No need of so much padding like earlier. I'll give just 20 pixels. Decent enough. Got a point. Now what I don't want it to show instructions directly. Like I want it to show instructions when user is typing on that field. So by default, I don't want it. So what I will do, I will make it visibility hidden. Remember, now it is there but not displayed. When I want it to display, on click of it, whenever I am typing on English, then I want it to show English instruction. Whenever I am typing on Telugu, I want it to show Telugu instruction. If I click on Hindi, I want it to show Hindi instruction. Only one I want it to show at a time because user types only one at a time. I don't want it to show all in the instructions at the same time. So now how do I do that? Again we have to give refs to it. We have an event called onChange. We have worked on it. We have an event called onChange. We have worked on it. We have an event called onClick. We have worked on it. And we have one more event is there called onFocus. What? onFocus. onFocus event will be called whenever you click on the input. And there is one more event is there onBlur. onBlur will be called once you go out of the input. Once you enter into the input, once you click on the input, onFocus will be called. Once it comes out of the input, onBlur will be called. While you are changing on the input, onChange will be called. We have worked on this also. So event starts with onFocus. That means the user started entering on it. Then whenever user changes, onChange. Then comes out of it on. Now what I will do, I am just creating onFocus. Now let us come here. I am going to use one more event called onFocus. onChange we have written. Now I am writing onFocus equal to like this. Now for our understanding, I am just writing in console log console.log user started in English. Right now, let us see. Now I am just right clicking it. Inspect. Whatever I am saying, don't by heart it. Understand it. If you don't understand, let me. Now I am see. I am clicking on it. See, user started in English. I am not typing. If I type it, then user is changing in English. If I comes out of it, there is one more is there called onBlur. onBlur. I'll give onBlur. Just to give after this onBlur equal to the function console.log user comes out of English. Now let us see. I'm refreshing it. Now see here, if I click on it, now I haven't clicked it. If I click on it, see, user started in English. Now here I am typing something, and here I'm coming out of it. The user comes out of it. Focus means you are entering into that, started entering into that field. Change means you are changing. Coming out of it means onBlur. Understanding what I'm saying? See, it's like this. In your hotel, if a customer comes, first they'll provide water. That is like onFocus. Then order. That is like on change. Then pay the bill. That is like onBlur. Before he leaves, he pay the bill. Exactly the same. Now what I wanted to do, whenever user enters into that, I wanted to show the instructional text. And before leaving, I wanted to remove that, hide that. Now that I wanted to do it, now we have this paragraph. Now I wanted to create a ref to control it. So I'll just create a ref now. What ref I'm going to create? I'll say let English instructional text. I means instructional text is equal to use ref. You have, if you wanted to control it, you have to give ref. So now I am copying this. I am assigning it to that English paragraph. For this paragraph, say ref is equal to English instructional text ref. Now I can control it. Whenever user enters onto that English, what I will do, English instructional text ref dot current. I wanted to display it, right? Dot style, that means CSS. Dot style means CSS. Dot visibility. Visibility. What I have to give? Visibility to hidden. No, let us see. I'm clicking on it. Hidden means gone. I have to check the other possibility values. What are the possible values of it? Perfect. Visible. Visible is the value. Visibility. Visible I have to keep. Visibility. Visible. I have to keep. Now, I click on it. Click on it. Are you able to see? Which is visible. Click on it, that is visible. But if I goes out of it, I want it to make hidden. So now on focus, I am making it visible. On change, we are changing, checking password file and doing it. On blur, what I have to do? Hidden. Hidden. Now see what happens. I am refreshing it. I am now no instructional text is showing, but if I click on it, instructional text is showing. And If I comes out of it, it should be gone now actually. Something is wrong. We didn't have given it, it should work actually. Only sometime no, now. On clicking of it, it is showing the instruction. If it comes out of it, clicking on it, instruction is showing, I am entering the marks, result is showing if it comes out of it. Or I can do another thing also. I am just showing instructional text only. If I click on it, what I will do, English input ref, right? Whenever user clicks on it, English input ref dot current dot style. If you want it to change any CSS, current dot style dot I am using background color. Background color equal to I am giving orange. That means whenever user clicks on it, orange. Orange. Comes out of it, nothing is happening. Now on comes out of it, I wanted to change it to white again. Comes out of it, I wanted to change it to white. Now see, clicking of it, orange comes out of it, so white. Orange. If I click on it, through onFocus, we are showing the instructional text, we are changing the background color. On coming out of it, we are removing the instructional text, we are making it normal. Background normal white. Likewise can be done for other inputs also. Yes or no? Our form is a bit better than yesterday. Yes or no? We are using on change. We are using onFocus. We are using onBlur. These three things we are using. And ternary operators, anyway, we have worked on earlier. Today we are working on it. Now I will try to use it for remaining things also. So I just copy this. I just copy this. Okay, I'll do one thing. Just keep so we are writing actually for three events: onFocus, onBlur, onChange. And I am copying this onFocus and onBlur, and I'll paste it for each and every input. Understanding? Telugu we have pasted. For Hindi we have pasted. For science we have pasted. For social we have pasted. It won't work, we have to change it accordingly. For social. For maths we have pasted. Now I have given for each and every input onBlur, onFocus, onChange. All the three I have given it, but I have to change it accordingly. Now English instructional text reference. Likewise, Telugu, Hindi, Science, Social, Maths. Telugu, Hindi, Science, Social. I have created these references. Now I have to apply these references to the paragraphs. Okay, this is English. Then I will do it for Telugu. Ref is equal to Telugu instructional text reference. Text reference. In the same way, I have to give it the references. I have to control. This. See, if you are confusing or it is complicated, don't worry. After 1 month, you will see, sir, these are simple things. Don't give this kind of things. You only say this. Might be difficult because you are working on the first Hindi. Then, I have given the references now. Now, for all these instructional texts, I have given references. Now I have to change it in onFocus and on Blur. We have done it for English, and we have to do it for Telugu and others. Now, let us come to Telugu now. We are into Telugu. onFocus, what I wanted to do. Telugu input ref and Telugu this one. onBlur also Telugu input ref sectional text. Telugu. Telugu is done. Then English Telugu, then Hindi. Hindi. Then English Telugu Hindi. Then science. Science. I copy pasted it and I'm changing it. onFocus also I'm changing. onBlur also I'm changing. On change we have already written earlier. Change we have written already earlier. Pass already. Science. Then social. Social. onBlur also. Social. Social. Then maths. Understanding what I am doing? Complicated. You do it for one, you'll understand it. Then you have to do it for remaining 6 subjects. Again, I am telling you, don't expect everything to be very simple. Fast time. and don't expect it just to write headings and paragraphs even after 1 month. We have crossed 1 month. We can still work on headings and paragraphs. Can you learn something on that? You cannot learn something on that. Every day we have to learn something new. Now, I hope we have created it. The form is becoming powerful. Yes or no? Day by day. So now instructional text is showing and it is hiding. I'll say 90, good. 80, good. 6, good. 5, good. 40, good. And coming out of it, are you able to see it is highlighting? Tab, 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 tab. On focus, on blur, and on change. We are doing. But one thing we made a mistake here. What is that? Now I don't want orange, I want blue color. How many places I have to change? All the 6 places. If I store it into a variable, only one place is sufficient. Reusability can be. Got a point? Clear? I wanted to implement to this existing form. Pass. Same thing, style only. Now, on change, right? We are showing pass or fail. Now again, I'll just copy it. Okay, let me show it to you. Now, what exactly match result span ref.curve.html? We are assigning either pass or fail. Now I wanted to change the color. I'll say, for example, let me show for English. You are into English. You are into English on change. Here we are assigning either pass or fail. Now the same thing, English result span ref dot current dot style dot color equal to what I wanted to do. If English marks greater than or equal to 35, then question mark. Which color you want if it is greater than 35? Green means pass. Not pass, then which color you want? Red. Now I have given this. Now what actually question mark I have to give it here? What actually for that span style color? If English marks are greater than 35, assign green to the color. Otherwise, assign red to that. Now I'll see here. Greater than or equal to. No need of now see, I'm clicking on this instructional text. I'm giving 90 pass. Only 9. I am giving what text I am changing. What you can do, you can take a small image. For that SRC also can be changed. If it is passed, show happy image. If it is failed, show sad image. I am changing the color of the text only. Likewise, you can change the image of the img also. .img.src, right? You can do that also. Got a point? You know, you can take a small Mr. Bean picture. If you are passed, it will show happy emotion, happy expression. If it is failed, a sad expression. You can show like that. You can do wonders, man. Many things you can do. We are just changing color. It's not a big thing, but still it's the same thing. Now what? Color is equal to any CSS you wanted to change, style.color. Now, if you wanted to change for image, for that image, you create the ref dot that image ref dot current dot src. You just write in, you can find it. Now see, img assign src get src through JavaScript. You getting it? If you know it, do it. If you don't know it, ask Baba. Dot src. That's it. Here, instead of document.getElement by id, you will give that ref dot current dot src is equal to you pass, you just assign happy dot jpeg fail sad dot jpeg. Using object fit, you can give control it, you can give width and height also. You can get it. Now I'll come here and say Mr. being happy. Not happy, but it's happy. I've been happy and giving images. Now you can give something like this if you are past, or if failed. Can be sad. Like this, anything. GIFs also you can show GIF images. GIF images is like stickers in WhatsApp. Small animations. Those things also. What you have to do, you create a img image. For that you give ref dot current dot src is equal to marks greater than 35. You assign happy dot jpeg or else sad dot jpeg. If you are keep on changing, it will show sad and happy almost instantly. So many things can be done. Okay, I want you to try this. Okay, understood the task, and we are working on very important functionalities. If you feel complicated, that means you are on the right track. If you feel very easy, that means either you might have worked on this earlier or something is wrong. If you are feeling little complicated, then you are yes on the right track. You will be in such a position, you will feel like understood, but you will feel like difficult to do it. You feel like understood, but it is difficult to do it. That means you are on the right track. Okay. Let me create a task.